Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmed or Big Ak, and welcome to today's video. Today, I want to be talking about something that is super important, super objective. And this is going to be determined on if you are a human being. So, this applies to all 8 billion human beings. It's not just applied to Muslims, Christians, whatever the case may be. This is about what we are actually seeking through religion or through connections with certain ideologies or certain practices or certain followings, such as a Muslim who follows Islam, a Christian who follows Christianity, a Jew who follows Judaism, a Hindu who follows Hinduism, an atheist that follows atheism, for instance. These are all ideologies and beliefs that we attach ourselves to, but why? What is the common end goal of all of these different belief systems? What is your goal? What are you aiming for? What are you trying to do? Okay. There's a lot of debate. There's a lot of discussion. There's a lot of people fighting back and forth. I'm right. You're right. He's right. She's right. You're wrong. You're corrupt. He's corrupt. He's corrupt. But at the end of the day, I think that most people, 100% of these people, are all aiming towards the same exact end goal. And that end goal is always going to be to find some type of guidance, to feel some type of importance or value, to feel whole. And how do you feel whole if you don't attach yourself onto something that is more efficient than you, that is eternal, that is stronger than you? So most human beings are seeking salvation through something greater than them, something stronger than them. And even if that person is an atheist or doesn't believe in God, they seek it somehow. If that may be through work, if that may be through their favorite singers and artists, if that may be through their parents, if that may be through whatever it may be, drugs, alcohol, addiction, whatever it is, they worship something. And they put their strength into that. They take essentially their weaknesses that they can't deal with and handle, and they're giving it to something else. They're giving it to music, they're giving it to drugs, they're giving it to someone else, and they're not giving it to God. They're not giving it to something more powerful than them. They're giving it to something equal or weaker than them, and that ends up becoming a real big problem. Regardless of that, we're all still looking for the same exact end goal at the end of the day. The only thing that we are all looking for is salvation. We're looking for some type of guidance to lead us towards an answer to where I'm going, right? If I have to do A, B, and C to end up here, I'll do it. You get what I mean? If that may be A, B, and C in Islam, A, B, and C in Hinduism, A, B, and C in Judaism, I want that outcome, right? And what are all of these outcomes? Bliss, coming back as a good animal, or coming back as a good person, or going to heaven, or, going to hell if you're a bad person. So we do these things and we look for some type of guidance to assure us in a specific direction. So I follow Islam to go to heaven, to earn mercy from God. And to do that, I have to follow specific guidelines and be a good person and have faith in God and trust God and allow God to guide me. Okay? And I think that all human beings alike, no matter who they are or what they are, including animals, have this same type of ideology. They look to worship something. They look to seek guidance in something stronger than them. I have a puppy. This puppy seeks guidance in all of the family members for food, to play, to work, to do things. When you leave the dog alone, it lays there, gets sad, and then it has no energy. It doesn't play with anything. It doesn't do anything. It just sits there and rots. It looks like it has no purpose. It looks sad. It looks upset. The same thing applies to human beings. When a human being's brain is not proactively feeling like it is progressing or it is doing something for their self, for their soul, for their afterlife, they feel depressed. They feel out of place. They feel anxiety. They feel lost. They feel confused. And this is every single human being on the planet. I don't care who you are, I don't care what religion you follow, and I don't care how you worship, I don't care how any of that works. I know every human being feels weak, and every human being wants to attach themselves to something stronger to become stronger, not just physically, mentally, emotionally. They want to know how to take information and be able to cycle it in their head without losing their mind. You get what I'm saying? The strongest thing that's going to fight against you is your own mind. And that is the number one thing you need to learn how to utilize and control. It's easy to get good at a video game. It's easy to get good at, cooking some food or doing something like that through practice. But what's not easy is controlling your mind. And when I say controlling your mind, that doesn't mean what you think about what you do. Even what you think about what you do, you can't control it. I pray 5 times a day. And while I'm trying to prostrate and pray, there are so many things that run through my head and try to distract me. And all it is a 2-minute prayer. You would think you can't just sit calm for 2 minutes and your mind can't wander. It doesn't matter how hard I try. My brain likes to think of 200 things at once. This is a problem the human being has. The human being's brain is like a computer. It's always functioning and calculating. And for you to control that, you need a source of intelligence, a source of power that is much stronger than this. Okay? And that would be God. For you to control that mind of yours that's firing thousands and millions of neurons a second, telling your arm and your legs what to do, each finger and nerve in my finger to move rapidly at thousands and millions of, fires per second on the nerves. That is incredible. It is literally incredible how we are designed and how we seek this power above us to make us stronger. And I find it funny that no matter what religion you are or what you do believe, that this always ends up being the outcome and the end goal. You want to attach yourself to something stronger or worship something to figure out things or make yourself feel comfortable with what is to come next in the unknown. And yeah, I think that no matter who you are, out of all 8 billion people, I think you should ask yourself, why do you have that instinct? Like when you get hungry and you need to eat, you know why you feel hungry. You feel hungry because you need food. You feel thirsty because you need water. You feel hot because you need to cool down. Well, when you feel lost and you feel like you need guidance, why don't you worship? That is one of the most mind-boggling questions I have for so many people. If you're not worshiping God, you're going to worship something else. If that's a video game, if that's money, if that's drugs, if that's a person. And I don't know how you go through life attaching yourself to weak individuals and weak substances and weak things, thinking that it's somehow going to get better over time. Every human being seeks to worship, seeks to follow. And if you're not following something that is greater than you, that is better than you, that is all good, all eternal, then you are not all eternal. You are not good. You are going to construe yourself to something very false very fast. Again, your brain is a computer. When I plug a USB stick into my computer and I transfer data from the USB stick to the computer now has the data from the USB stick. Remember that. When you take that USB stick of music and you pop it into your head and you consume drugs and alcohol and sex, that is what you're teaching your brain. That's what you're teaching your computer to know, to do, to like. When you feel weak, you're going to think drugs because you have plugged the USB into your ear and you have told your brain drugs, drugs, drugs. When I feel down, drugs. When I feel down, sex. When I feel down, this. and this is what you worship. This is what you have trained your computer chip to go to for the answers. Feed your computer the correct information. Don't feed it viruses. Don't make it slow down and back up. Don't make it freeze. Feed it things that are going to progress you, that are going to make you stronger, that are going to make you eternal, that are going to make you feel like you're on the right path, like you're doing things right. That is where anxiety disappears. That is where anxiety goes away. That is where stress goes away when you give it to something that is stronger and more powerful than you. It does not go away when you're listening to Doja Cat or Lil Nas X or, whoever it may be, and smoking a blunt or drinking some alcohol. It's not going to take it away. I promise it's only going to make it worse. Thank you guys for coming in today. I appreciate it. I thought this was going to be a pretty important discussion or talk because it does apply to everyone, and I know everyone has the intent to worship within them. I see it. And it doesn't matter, like I said, if you're worshiping God, then you're worshiping something else. And I would personally rather worship God, something that is all-powerful, all-eternal, created the universe, heavens, earth, created me, than to worship something that's weak and is going to die and is going to wilt away and is not eternal and is not all good and is not all correct. And that is a weakness. When you're worshiping anything other than God, that is a weakness, and you are putting yourself in a very, very vulnerable state, not just against other people, but the devil himself. God bless you all. Thank you for coming in today, and thank you. What was I gonna say? And I'm gonna try to start going live soon here. Probably a couple times a week. I want to start doing live streams where I can get on probably Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, live stream for about 5-6 hours, and then do things in segments to where like the first 1 to 2 hours would be like reacting to news and videos, and then the next 1 to 2 hours would be, bringing in people and talking to people live through, Discord, webcam, answering questions, asking questions, just communicating and doing things like that, and then closing it off with like a game or something interactive where we could all, engage with each other. I think that would be awesome. I want to build a platform here on my channel to speak and educate and communicate with all walks of life. I do not care what you believe. I don't care who you are. I don't care what crimes you have committed against yourself, against humanity. I literally can care less. That is between you and God. The second you step on me, the second you do something to me, you better watch out. I ain't all loving, peaceful, just to let you know. So if you're going to hate me, if you're going to scrutinize me, if you're going to stab me, if you're going to hit me, I'm going to hit back. And I'm not worried about it. So thank you guys for coming in today. Love you all. And until the next time we meet again, which will be Wednesday, God bless you all. And peace out. Free Palestine.